Hello teacher, this is the presentation of our e-learning site project. So we made different pages for each topic that we were discussing during the class time. But in the first part, we put like the definition of what is e-learning, also and how it works in a course, and why it's important to use e-learning in your classes, and an important fact that we have to take into account when we are talking about e-learning, that is people, technology and services. So this is like the first part of our e-learning side project, and we also put like images to make this more dynamic, and we'll continue with the next page.
Hello, teacher. On this page, we can find the advantage and disadvantage of learning, and we can put also a carousel of image when which gonna to focus on what are advantages and disadvantages in learning. And in this part, I'm gonna to explain what are the advantages and some examples of them, and also we put the little difference, which are the disadvantages, obviously, and what are advantages of disadvantages. As a little example, an advantage of learning course is you can do very methodological methods that are very effective because they have an instant answer, an instant rate, but in the other hand, the majority of these learning quizzes, first as an example, are limited only in objective questions. Like you only need to put the explicit question that the explicit answer that they are asking for you. And while it is a little preview of this part of our page, we also put two videos that are explaining what are mean mapping, and also an infographic doing with a learning tools or how to do in a learning model. And we also explain at the last how this gonna be applied in a learning class.
On this page of the Google site, we have included information about e-learning in the context of EFL. The first paragraph describes how the learning area and technology are implemented in the development of electronic resources to improve that context. At the same time, we give an example of the Busu app, which is to interact with people from other countries and with different language or culture. Then we put the infographic about the activity on the e-learning theory framework, and finally we put a video on teaching integrated skills for ESL and EFL learners.
Okay, so we continue with the learning objects. A learning object is a digital resource or tool that is created to support the learning process of each student. It focuses on the learning objectives, and these objectives contain the following things: content items, practice items, and assessment items. The main purpose of learning objects are to help the learner to investigate, to get engaged, and to explore the supplied content in a different way, to facilitate materials that cannot be found easily in face-to-face scenarios, and also to help teachers to create content that can engage and interest the students. The learning objects focus on two important pedagogical models that are the constructivism and the generalism. The constructivism states that each student is in charge of building his or her own knowledge, and the generalism says that the learner is in constantly acquire the knowledge when she or he links it to the previous experiences or information. And some of the benefits of the learning objects are that it increases the value content, also that it improves like the documents and the data that is supplied, the durability and accessibility and reusability of the information that can be found online.
Well, at this last part, we can put where we put the infographic that we do the last time. And yeah, it's basically as my previous partner said. And yeah, it's all our e-learning site that we do at this moment. So I hope you happy to see our progress.